If you replay that one awkward conversation with your boss the moment your head hits the pillow, then your brain is already building a prison for tomorrow's ambition. You lie there, staring into the dark, while your mind runs a highlight reel of every mistake, every challenge, every disapproving look. This isn't just you being stressed. This is a neurological ambush. Your brain's own systems are turning against you in the one place you're supposed to be safe. It feels like a personal failure, a weakness of will. But it's not. It's a biological trap sprung every single night by a predictable and powerful mechanism inside your own skull. The culprit is a system in your brain called the default mode network, or DMN. During the day, it's quiet. But when you lie down and external distractions disappear, your DMN roars to life. Its job is self-reflection. But here's the design flaw. Your DMN has a powerful negative bias. It preferentially digs up unresolved conflicts and anxious memories. While this is happening, the part of your brain that should stop it, the central executive network, is exhausted from a full day of work. It's like your mind's security guard falling asleep, just as the most notorious criminals take over the prison. This creates a devastating feedback loop. Research from UC Berkeley confirms that a single sleepless night can trigger up to a 30% rise in anxiety levels. The more you overthink, the worse you sleep. The worse you sleep, the more anxiety you have to fuel the next night's overthinking. It is a perfect biological storm. But what if you could hijack this process? Thomas Edison, a man whose ambition was legendary, faced this same enemy. His mind was a relentless engine of ideas that refused to shut down. So he developed a strange ritual. He would sit in his armchair for a nap, holding a steel ball in each hand, with metal pie plates on the floor below. He would allow his mind to drift into that chaotic state just before sleep. The state where your DMN is running wild. This is the hypnagogic state, rich with what we now call theta brainwaves. The moment he fell fully asleep, his hands would relax, the steel balls would drop, and the crash would wake him instantly. He wasn't just trying to stay awake. He was training himself to operate on the very edge of consciousness. He was learning to catch the wild thoughts from his DMN and tame them before they could spiral. This isn't just a historical anecdote. It's a blueprint. It proves that this mental state can be controlled. You don't need to be a victim of your own neurology. You can become its master. You don't need steel balls and pie plates. Modern neuroscience has refined this concept into precise, actionable tactics. Here is how you stop the nightly ambush. 1. Temporal displacement. This is a simple act of writing down your worries on a piece of paper before bed. Research shows this externalization. This act of physically moving the thoughts from your brain to the page prevents the DMN from recycling them internally. You are giving the thought a place to live that is not inside your head. 2. DMN decoupling. Practicing mindfulness trains your brain to unhook from the past and future. It strengthens other neural networks that compete with the DMN for resources. When you focus on the physical sensation of your breath, you are actively starving the DMN of the attention it needs to spin its negative stories. 3. Parasympathetic activation. Overthinking triggers your fight or flight response, making sleep impossible. Slow, deep breathing, specifically exhaling for longer than you inhale, activates your parasympathetic nervous system. This is the body's brake pedal. It chemically signals to your brain that you are safe. 4. Articulatory suppression. This sounds complex, but it's brutally simple. Silently mouth a single, neutral word, like though, 3 to 4 times per second. This simple action monopolizes the mental resources your DMN needs to form intrusive thoughts. Your inner voice cannot complain about your boss if your mouth is busy. It's a cognitive traffic jam that blocks the path for rumination. 5. Strategic sleep timing. Do not get into bed until you are genuinely sleepy. Lying in bed awake gives your DMN idle time and a perfect stage to perform. Entering bed only when you are tired means you fall asleep faster, preventing the accumulation of that mental energy that fuels overthinking. 6. The wind down ritual. An hour before bed, create a non-negotiable routine. No screens, no work talk, dim the lights, read a physical book. This isn't about luxury, it's about chemistry. This ritual lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that causes nighttime wake-ups and blocks the deep sleep your brain desperately needs to rewire its own anxiety circuits. This battle you fight every night is not a reflection of your character, your strength, or your ambition. It is a conflict written into your biology. Your brain, in an attempt to protect you by solving problems, is accidentally sabotaging your recovery. It's a system glitch, but you are not the system. You are the operator. By using these tactics, you are not crushing your thoughts. You are redirecting them. You are taking command of the incredible machine in your head and giving it the correct instructions. The instruction to rest. The instruction to heal. Because the final truth is this: deep, restorative sleep is not the absence of anxiety. According to the science, it is the most powerful, non-pharmaceutical treatment for it. Your recovery is the mission. Your sleep is the weapon. Use it now.